What is up, guys? Owen here from the Professional Builder, General Manager with the Crew, helping residential building companies systemize, scale, grow their time and their profits in the residential building sector. Today, what I want to walk you through is how to build a Rockstar team. Okay, so how do you build a Rockstar team? It's right in the middle here. Now, if you can see this, if you're listening of the replay, drop replay. If you're listening live, then drop live. If you don't care about either of those things, then drop me your favorite emoji just in the comments below. But today's session, it's all about building a Rockstar team. Hopefully this is helpful if you are wanting to leave or leverage yourself from site, if you're wanting to attract good people, if you're wanting to retain the best people still, or if you're wanting to maintain and build better quality standards, budget milestones into your crews, then this is for you. Now, a lot of people will try and leverage themselves from site, and they kind of do it through hiring great people, and 100% that is a fantastic approach and a very encouraging one. But often if those great people then move on, we're left back at square one, they take all the talent with them. You want the talent to be in the process, and this is the process you want to lean into. That's going to help you do these things consistently. And these are the three levers that you want to pull and push to make sure that this works for you rather than you working for it or getting pulled back in all the time. Okay, so what are the three levers? Well, first lever, well, they're really in no particular order. It's like a three-legged stool. You need all three, otherwise you're going to get a rocking chair, and it's not going to be the good type. So we need to build community, okay? So without community, you're going to struggle for buy-in, and you're going to struggle for having team support, okay? Without a clear community in your crew, you're going to fall to the standards of your weakest link or fall to the standards of your systems. You're never going to raise to the level of your motivation. You'll always fall to the weakest link or the standard of your systems. Now, how do we build community into a team? We build it primarily through the principles that you keep or your non-negotiables, the rituals you have in your community, in your team. The strongest communities have strong rituals, okay? And the routines that you keep amongst your peoples, okay? So what this looks like is kind of like, think of it as your values or your non-negotiables, the things that you guys play by, the rules of the game that you guys play by. Think of it as your rituals or the things that you guys do to really build culture and community in your team. Okay, you'll see that culture is actually not one of these, because culture is really around your rituals and your routines. Culture is what you guys stand for, what you guys do, what you guys don't tolerate, and what you guys do every single day and every single week. And that's what we're talking about for routines. Okay, so without your community built on routines, rituals, and principles, you'll never have strong buy-in or strong support, and you'll often break at the weakest link. If you do this, though, everybody will raise, you'll be a rising tide that lifts all boats, and people will buy into your community and get on the bus or get off the bus, okay? The next key thing that we're going to look at is around communication. So without communication, there's no closing of the feedback loop. It's an absolute cluster. People don't know whether they're doing good, whether they're doing bad. Communication is a bit informal. You might chat with people when you just turn up to site. Everybody's like, yeah, no, it's all good, like sweet as, but we can't get to the depth of communication that we actually need for growth and for honest feedback, okay? So all good teams, the best teams in the world, the All Blacks, the Bucks, the Cavs, the whoever's, okay, they all watch game tape, all right? So what we need to do is review your weeks, your months, your projects as frequently as possible. So we need to have clear, let me go back. That's frustrating. I hit the backspace. So we need to have clear and consistent communication. Now, what does that look like? Okay, it looks like regular, scheduled, and structured communication rather than ad hoc, random, and vague communication. It needs to be honest and open. So how we do this with our members is we set up either your daily stand-ups, okay, your bi-weekly one-on-ones, your toolbox meetings at the beginning of the week, your quarterly reviews, okay, and then also your management meetings, okay? Without a clear agenda, without a clear booking, it is not consistent, it's not honest, it's not open and transparent, and therefore it won't lead to good closing of the feedback loop or good growth for the company and for the people. It needs to be truthful, honest. Truth and honesty leads to more action, whereas it will often, for some people, lead to more emotion, and that's where we get stuck. Okay, so this is the second core pillar we need to have, okay, in our teams, if we're wanting to leverage ourselves from site, if we're wanting to attract the right people, retain the best people, and maintain quality and budget timelines. So the last one is all about accountability. Without accountability, we will lack urgency and lack intensity amongst our crews. Pressure makes diamonds, and a bit of we need to have accountability, because without closing of the feedback loop, without clear rituals and principles of non-negotiables, without actually inspecting our expectations and holding people accountable to those expectations, we will lack urgency and we will lack intensity. And that is the recipe for amateurism, and amateurs don't get paid. Okay? So without accountability, we have amateurism. With accountability, we have professionalism. Okay? Professionalism and pressure, and they make diamonds, and with that you'll increase your take home and you'll get to buy lots of diamonds. Pretty average story, but you get the point. Okay, so accountability is our third big key one. Now, how do we build accountability? Well, we make things visible and we make things regular. Okay, we can't expect to have high standards of accountability when we only review things at the end of projects or annually. We need to be reviewing things regularly. We also need to be making things visible and really transparent. So through transparent accountability and through transparent communication, we have decentralized command and more people being able to hold each other accountable. For example, if the foreman's task list or the foreman's default diary is up on the site whiteboard just with everybody else's, then the apprentice is in a position to be able to manage up and hold the foreman accountable. It's like, mate, aren't you meant to be updating co-construct or builder trend right now? Aren't you meant to be on the phone with Lloyd or with the owner right now? Versus without things being visible, we can shirk responsibilities, we can hide in vagueness and uncertainty, and not be held accountable to what we need to or should be getting done. So without accountability, we lack urgency and we lack intensity amongst the crew. So these are the three core things that you need to stack together. Without these three core things, it's very likely that you're going to be on a 1-2 legged stool, and that's just a rocking chair, but not the good kind. Okay, so how do you attack this? How do you approach this? Well, we've got the breakdown of all the specific strategies, kind of listed a couple of them before in our leverage yourself from site training module as part of our accelerated program. Okay, and what it's going to go through is additionally it's going to go through how you need to execute this, because most people will try and execute this from the top up, and what I mean by that is they'll try and go company, team, themselves. That is not going to work, and that's not how we should approach this. We need to approach it from the bottom, from this way, okay? Which means that it starts with yourself, it moves to your team, and then it will be absorbed by your company, okay? So if you want help with this, if you want clarification on any of this stuff, then please message us below, okay? Drop a question in the comments, or just message our team and we'll get in touch with you. You know how to find us. Here's to your success. Here's to building a Rockstar team. Here's to building a process that leverages you from site, helps you attract the right people, helps you retain the best people, and helps you maintain quality and budget timelines and standards. Here's to your success. Take care. I'll see you on the other side.